Hello everyone, and welcome back to Kinkoi, Ella's Route. I suspect this may be the last episode. Last time we had our Christmas party, so that means we probably have about, a week before New Year's, which is the cutoff for most things, so yeah, that's cool. I'm excited to see how it ties together. I think the last thing is probably whether or not Ella will consider continuing with fencing. I don't know, we'll find out. Next came December 25th. Christmas. In Japanese custom, it was a day for couples to be lovey-dovey with each other. Unfortunately, the day was likely to end without us having the spare time to do so.
Ouro, hayaku!
On it! Ella hadn't gotten ready for her imminent trip home the following day, so she spent the entire morning playing catch-up. After she finally had everything in order by that afternoon, she had to go over to the academy. Oh yeah, we still have to give the, the magazine over to the fencing club. There was something up at the fencing club, after all. You can't just catch a break even though it's Christmas, can you?
今日までずっとゆっくりしたからでしょ?
Well, yeah, but the fact that Ella had spent the entire week leading up to her trip home on me, when she was rightly busy with guard duty, was something I should be grateful for.
文句を言わず急いでください。
Well.
今夜はお別れの前に少しでもオーロと一緒する時間を長く取りたいのです。その分急いで。しばらく会えなくても寂しくないように。今日は目いっぱいオーロに甘えるのですから。
It's going to be a good day. All right, let's make it snappy. Go, go, go!
急に元気に。
I'm invigorated.
現金な人です。
We made it to the academy. With that said, there wasn't much to do. We headed to the fencing club, which was now even more deserted than the day before.
来年以降もよろしくお願いします。
All right.
よろしい。
Just to tell them that. Yeah. It was a huge mess with the club members all mobbing her after the fact. This naturally went for the other members, but Ella herself looked delighted to have finally made a decision. Sylvie, why do you seem so concerned? I thought this was what you wanted. There was only one person who wasn't overjoyed. I wouldn't go so far as to say she looked displeased, though. I don't know, that face seems like it looks a little displeased.
そう。
Okay. Disappointed.
エルはそっちに決めたのね。
Yeah. Are you not happy? Sylvie had wanted Ella to continue badly enough to set things in motion before, but Sylvie seemed unhappy now that Ella had made up her mind.
嬉しいわよ。エルは本当に才能があるもの。それを伸ばしてくれるのは私の望みでもあるわ。
Well, it wasn't going to be karaoke.
でもこれで私の護衛からは正式にエルの名前が外れることになるから。
Oh. Well, that sucks. I see. For her to continue fencing into the next year, she would need to fully dedicate herself to the sport. Someone devoting themselves to another pursuit couldn't be the head of a princess's guards.
心配しないで。エルがフェンシングを選ばなくても私にとってはいまいちな結論ではあったわ。
That really does suck, though, because that means she's not going to get to spend as much time with Sylvie.
最初からどっちにしろこんな気持ちになる二者択一だったの。
That's a real double-edged outcome. And yet you still gave Ella a push forward. You're amazing, Sylvie.
そうでしょ?
Sylvie left the dojo. Ella passed by and made her way in.
シルビー様は?
Oh, just now. She had left. I signaled as much with my eyes.
そうですか。改めてご報告したかったのですが。
She knows. Yeah. Ella had to be dealing with the same conflicting feelings Sylvie had had at the moment. She looked relieved, if a little lonely. That just came with the territory. The master-servant relationship they had must have been special to the two of them. To these two, who were once sisters, now knight and princess, it was such an incredibly special thing.
Heroina!
Ella caught something that had been thrown her way out of nowhere. A rapier? Oh!
一本勝負よ。
Well, I did not see this coming.
お
Sylvie came in swinging at the same time. Ella quickly drew the sword and stopped her blow.
シルビー様本当にフェンシングに武道に打ち込むならこれの決着をつけてからでないと。私に一度も勝ったことがないんじゃフェンシングでも大成できないわよ。
Ah, well played. Sylvie slashed from right, top, and left. Demonstrative drills. Hadn't I done these before? If I remembered right. Ella had lost in all of their matches before, huh?
ほらエロイナ・ディ・カバレルイスタ騎士の力を見せてみなさい。
Ella returned her strikes. Sylvie wasn't one to be taken lightly either, and easily stopped her attacks.
了解しました。昔の借りを返しましょうか。ええ。
They continued to entertain themselves with their game. Neither I nor the club members got in their way. That was how it should be. No one could get between the bond they shared. As they furiously crossed their blades.
今日までご契約ご苦労様でした。エロいな。シルビア様。私たちようやく役職でなく気持ちで一緒にいられるわね。
Oh, that's really sweet.
はい。
It was definitely kind of bittersweet when you really stop and think about it, but it really sounds like this was the better outcome overall. It's almost like Sylvie's going to get to spend more time with Ella. I guess they can just kind of spend time as, if not sisters, friends. And that's probably the best outcome for both of them. I know it probably... I do wonder who would be put in charge of Sylvie's guard detail then. I guess it doesn't really matter. I'd probably use either Borolacoche or Exina. That was really sweet though. I really did not see the fencing coming, but that is a really cool way to kind of put a pin in things. I like that. I'm partially talking over the credits, so we might not get a copyright claim. I don't know if it's going to work, but whatever. I really thought that was a phone for a second, and then I was very confused why it went psst in my ear. Ella. Ella. How cute.
寝てました。
I like it. Very nice. That looks really good on her. Your nerves wore you out?
かもしれません。この新幹線というのも困りものですね。何年も日本にいて初めて乗りましたが、とても静かで揺られていると眠くなります。
At least it's not playing classical music too. Then it would definitely put you to sleep. Yeah, it happens.
終点にはいつ？
We're nearly to the next stop in Shin Yokohama. Then it's about another 20 minutes to Tokyo Station.
そうですか。東京、ついに近づいてきましたね。
Yeah. Are you all ready?
ええ、もちろん。今日のために何年も頑張ってきたのです。
I looked toward the bag in the overhead storage. It was filled with fencing equipment that couldn't quite fit inside and was sticking out a little. The big event was finally here. Ella had raced her way here ever since that day 3 years ago. Ooh, interesting time jump, okay. She would take on the world, just like the article had said.
オーロ、ちゃんと応援してくれますか？
Well, yeah. You bet. Well, I'll be cheering on Japan at the same time, though. As a spectator, I was feeling pretty excited.
それでいいと思いますよ。日本代表のフエンさんが来ても、私は全力で勝たせてもらいますが。
Yeah, give it all you've got.
今日のために国籍が変更できず、オーロとの新婚生活も手続きで面倒を負ったのです。シルビア様からも精一杯戦い抜くよう言われていますし。
Oh, sweet, okay.
今日ばかりは私のことは日本を倒す資格だと思ってください。
Maybe don't say that on a bullet train. Terrifying. I'll still root for you, though. Ella was fired up. As long as that was true, I would support her, but...
見えてきましたね。
Mount Fuji was no longer in view, with everything outside of the window becoming more rural by the minute. We had made it to Yokohama, just a bit further to Tokyo. It was the year 2020, and powerhouse athletes from around the world had gathered in Tokyo. Well, this didn't age very well, did it?
オーロと出会って恋に落ちて金色の時を生きてきて、あとは金色のメダルをいただくだけです。
Yeah. That day, Ria had told me this. Life is short, and our time is finite. So if you don't search for this moment, this golden time, then what's the point? Ella had found it. I wanted to cheer her on as much as I could. I wanted to walk through these shimmering times together. I'll always be with you. Do your best, Ella.
はい。金色ラブリッチ。
All right. Well, that was Ella's route. It took a while to get here, but we finally made it. I like that time jump. That was really nice. Okay, so they ended up getting married, and she was pursuing her fencing career, and she was able to actually make it to national championships. Again, did not quite age well, but who could have predicted how 2020 would go? But we're not going to get into that because there are plenty of other things on YouTube that talk about that, and this doesn't need to be one of them. Anyway, I liked that route, actually. I wasn't sure. I know this is probably... I don't think it's the least well-received route in the game, but I feel like it's not people's favorites. At the same time, I really liked the opportunity to get to know Ella in a more multifaceted way, because I feel like, for the most part, you don't get a whole lot of a sense of who she is beyond a very kind of surface level in both the common route and in other routes. She is always in extension to Sylvie. She's always in proximity to Sylvie, and you don't really get a sense of who she is beyond Sylvie's sphere of influence. But at the same time, it is a core part of her personality, but there is more to her. She doesn't have the same kind of depth as a lot of the other characters in the game, but I still think she's a pretty well-rounded character. It just takes a good amount of time to get there. But I like the dynamic that she and Ouro have, because she's serious and Ouro is very carefree, but they balance each other out nicely. And she's not quite as strict as, in a lot of ways, that Mina is, as we see in the fan disc. She's got some different aspects to her personality that I like. And I also like that we kind of get a little bit more depth with some of the other characters that we didn't necessarily get in some of the other routes. Looking at Heroina, honestly, I know that's a big sticking point, but it just really feels, I've said it before and I'll say it again, Heroina's route felt like Ouro's route. It felt like it was more about Ouro than it was about her. And I feel like that was a disservice because Heroina's a lot of fun in every other route. Not to say she isn't in her own, but anyway, that's neither here nor there, I don't know. Thank you all for watching along in this route if you followed along. Hopefully you didn't mind that it was just me commentating on this and not Saren Prince and I. I know that's usually what you come here for, but, well, he'd already played it on his own and I still wanted to play through it, and I thought, hey, you know, everybody was asking for it. Well, maybe not everybody, but a lot of people were asking for it. And so I wanted to actually be able to play through it and enjoy it with anyone who was willing to watch. And if you decided to watch start through finish with me, I really greatly appreciate that, and I hope I was able to keep you entertained. And that means there's one more route. There's still Akane's route to go, which, like this one, I will be doing solo. But it'll probably only be maybe 2 or 3 episodes realistically because it's short. And if you don't really care for the longer episodes, I understand. That's a big time commitment. But, you know, let me know in the comments. I'd really be curious to see if you prefer more of a short form format or more of a long form format. I mean, these are all the kinds of things that are good to know for the channel going forward. We like hearing from you folks and hearing what you like, you know? Because we're here to have a good time and we want you all to have fun with us. Well, thank you all so much for joining us along this route or joining me along this route, and I hope to see you all next time. For now, I am one half of the Bridge Boys, signing off.